That's why I don't have any edges or eyebrows. I got work to do. Period. Hey ma'am, and welcome back to my channel. I did this look because I am recording my church announcements. I did miss showcasing a few products on camera, but charge it to my head and not my heart. I did, however, link all of the products that I used down in the description box below. So enjoy. I have completed my skincare routine, and let's get into this makeup. I got work to do. Because ashy lips are not my portion, I'm applying Laneige's lip sleeping mask. It leaves lips soft and visibly smooth. So this is the Beauty Elixir by Caudalie. The skincare visibly smooths features, tightens the appearance of pores, and provides a burst of radiance to the complexion. This is Bobbie Brown's Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I was on Instagram Live the other day doing my makeup super early in the morning because your girl gotta be at work mad early. But I was on Instagram Live the other day and I was just talking about why I don't have any edges. It used to be a real sensitive topic for me, especially before I locked my hair, because you know, who wants to have bald edges? But I've tried every topical product that I'm not allergic to help grow them back. Nothing has helped. It's a specific alopecia connected to trauma. I lost my edges around the time that my mother died. When my mom died, I was 5 weeks postpartum also. So that played a role, right? Like postpartum shedding played a role. After you give birth, your hormones are trying to regulate themselves. And then compounded on top of that, a little bit of traction alopecia, you know, but that with the trauma of just losing my mom, it was a lot. It was a lot. So yeah, that's why I don't have any edges or eyebrows. There is a procedure, two procedures actually, that I could do. I think both are fairly expensive. I could either go to Turkey and get a hair transplant. That's not happening. Or I can, I think it's like a treatment where they draw my blood, extract the plasma, and then inject the plasma in the hair follicles to kind of help stimulate growth. But at this point, it is what it is. I don't care too much about it to make it grow. Like I'm still God's favorite. Like, just because I don't have no edges and no eyebrows does not make me less of God's favorite daughter, you know? So, there's that. Y'all know how I feel about One Size's Secure the Blur Primer. She's that girl. She's that girl, yeah. I really need my makeup to last because I'm going to be under some hot lights tonight. So, we're securing the blur. We're securing the sweat. The reason why I'm using both, right? So, for Secure the Sweat, I'm supposed to apply a dime size amount to warm up the product. And I'm supposed to press it into my skin before I put my makeup on. The reason why I'm using both, Secure the Blur and Secure the Sweat, is because Secure the Blur, this blurs out my pores. This helps me stop sweating. Like, you know how sometimes you see the cheerleaders, they put deodorant on their hairline so that when they're dancing, the sweat doesn't drip down their face. I think this is what this is supposed to do, except it's not deodorant. You feel me? You know what? I really didn't like how this product peels, but I also wasn't pressing it into my skin. I was just rubbing it. So following directions as to how to apply a product makes a difference. Patrick said to press this into your skin, not rub it. And what I mean by peel is the product would ball up like lint does on your clothes. That's what that means. In my experience, using these products have worked in my favor. I know sometimes, you know, on these internet streets, people say it doesn't take all of that, it doesn't take all of that. For me, this is what works. If it don't apply, let it fly. Or be shiny, whatever. Nah. Really? Press this product into your skin. Don't rub it into your skin. Rubbing it into your skin is gonna cause it to ball up like lint. Pressing it into your skin really does make a difference in how it settles after you've applied it. Child. This is Too Faced Born This Way 24-hour undetectable super long wear foundation in Mocha. Take some of this. Whee. Put it on here. This is mad product. I definitely don't need all of this product on the back of my hand, but I literally did not clean my brushes, but judge your mama. This is a brush that I got off of Shein. It's a foundation brush by Mocha. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a flat top brush at an angle. Tap, tap, tap this product, load the product on the brush, pressing it into my skin. I've noticed that with this foundation, I haven't had to color correct because of how full coverage this is. And maybe also it's because I've been using the faded patches underneath my eyes. Like, it's been fading the dark circle underneath my eyes. So I think that's definitely contributed to me not having to color correct. Because if you looked at some of my older content, I definitely would always color correct underneath my eyes, because I just wanted to neutralize and eliminate the dark circles as much as possible. Because don't nobody be wanting to walk around here looking like a raccoon. You feel me? That's that on it. For the under eye, I'm gonna go in with honey first, and then I'm gonna put a dot of Taffy on top. We're going to blend that out using this e.l.f. concealer brush. I don't know how I feel about this brush. Apply that underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead. And the reason why I'm using this doe foot directly on my skin instead of putting this product on my skin and then using a brush to apply it onto my face is because this is my personal kit. This is my personal item. I'm gonna put it on my skin. I don't recommend that in your professional kit to do that, but to each their own. This is the one in Taffy. This is a little lighter. I do want underneath my eyes to look a little bright. I gotta be careful with placing that product because I don't want to get product on my contact lenses. It is so annoying. Like, I could do my, if I'm not filming my makeup, I'll do my makeup without my contacts, and then when I'm done, I'll put the contacts into my eyes because I hate getting makeup on my contact lenses. But when it comes to making sure that the product is in focus in the screen for y'all to see, like, if I don't have my contacts, I can't tell whether, like right now I can tell that this is not focused, but if I don't have my contacts, I can't tell whether or not this label is focused in the screen. And I'm sure you guys don't want to struggle trying to read the products. Let me buff this out real quick. I'm not really doing anything on my eyes. I really don't want to have a dramatic eye look. I'm not really doing much. I don't even think I'm gonna do like a smoky eye either. Again, I'm not swiping it. I'm just buffing it and pressing it into my skin. Let me buff this out on my nose as well. Under here, your eye, it's a very delicate area. That skin is very delicate. So you want to press it in. You don't want to be too rough with this area under your eye. I shouldn't have done that on top of my eye. Let me wipe this off because it's going to piss me off. It's going to piss me off. I didn't put primer. On top of my eyes, I need to. I did not put primer on my eyelids, and I need to if I want this to adhere properly. Max 24-hour extended eye base. I don't know what's in here. I don't know what's in here. I don't know what's in here. I don't think I want to know what's in here. This by far is the best eye base across the board. I don't care what brand. This is the best eyeshadow base, and I love it because it's transparent. Now, the equivalent that I also love that really does a good job at settling into the fine lines on your eyelids and gripping the eyeshadow is the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer. That one is white, and I typically use that when I want my eyeshadow to pop. I don't see it right now, and for the sake of time, I'm not about to go digging for it. But those two eye primers, using the same brush to buff it out over my eyelid. This one I'm kind of sweeping because I wanted to, I'm in a rush. I'm in a rush. Now let's buff this out down here. And you just want to pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 pat. Now on my eyelids, I'm gonna go with, I think I'm gonna go with Taffy. Why not? Taffy on the eyelid, very little. That was a lot. We said a little bit, child. I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit before I buff that out. So to contour, I am going to use Fenty Beauty's Matchstix. I have 3 different colors. I'm gonna be on camera, so I'm gonna go in with Espresso and Ebony. Truffle I feel like is a bit too subtle for me because I really want this to show up on camera. So I'm gonna go down the bridge of my noses with Espresso, underneath my lip for a pout, and then my forehead, cheeks. Let's contour this double chin. I'm gonna go in and buff out this contour on my nose with an actual Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. It's their brush number 300. I used to think that using liquid contouring products was like, it was pointless, but as time has progressed, I actually like using liquid contouring and highlighting products, because then when I go over with my powdered products, it provides a roadmap. So it makes it easy. It makes it easy when I go in to set it. I'm gonna spray my sponge with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. It's a matte oil controlling product. Now I'm just going to buff this product out. Pat, 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 buff, 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 and I'm gonna bring it down. I think I let that dry down a little too much. I'm not left-handed and this feels awkward. I think my eyelids have dried down enough. Let's buff this out. So this is what it looks like. You know what? To transition between the concealer on my forehead and the contour, I think I'm actually going to go in with Truffle just to help soften that up right here. Like, that looks really harsh and I don't want that to show up on camera, so let's blend that out. My goodness, that was a lot. That now is a better gradient, I feel like, in my opinion. And when I set it with the powder, it'll look even better. Let's set underneath my eyes with One Size's, I don't know if I'm going to use the Sweet Honey setting powder or the translucent. Let's use Sweet Honey. I like how bright Sweet Honey shows up. So this is One Size's setting powder in Sweet Honey. let's use that. That with my products. I don't need that much. I'm gonna take a triangle puff that I got on either Shein or Amazon, one of them. Put the product, press it into the powder, and then put the excess on the back of my hand. Oh, but before I do that, child, underneath my eye has creased. So what you want to do is buff it out with the same brush that you blended it out with, and then go in with the triangle puff and press this in gently as a preliminary dusting before you go back in and pack that setting powder under there. Repeat under this eye. Buff out the product that's settled underneath the eye. Pick up the product, buff it off at the back of your hand, and gently deposit that. So this is the Makeup in a Message Neutral Palettes. I absolutely love all of the different shades in this palette. I'm using a classic shader brush by Makeup Application. And I'm gonna go in with this color. This color here. This is a nice neutral color. I'm just going to deposit that onto my eyelid. Just gonna go ahead and deposit that. You could sweep it, you could pat it. It's alright, just be gentle. Now I'm gonna go in with a fluffy dome brush. This is a no-name brush, got it from Shein. So I'm gonna go in with these two colors here. I'm gonna warm it up with this, and then I'm gonna deepen it with this dark chocolate right here. So let's take this with the fluffy dome brush. Tap, 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 tap off the excess, and I'm just going to sweep it from the outer corner into the crease just to define my eye and warm it up. I'm also going to take that, sweep it up a little bit, sweep it up and out, but I want to buff. You can watch Sonic, it's fine. Please, right here, right here. Thank you, honey. I'm gonna use that same fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go into this deep chocolate just to deepen this a bit. But this one, I'm not going to sweep all over my eyelid. I'm just going to deposit it in this corner right here, and I'm just gonna tap that into the corner just to darken that a little bit. Deposit the rest of that on this eyelid. I'm not even gonna go back in. Tap that into the corner right here. I'm not sweeping it, I'm just putting it right here just to deepen it right in this section. That is cute. I'm gonna use this small angle brush to deposit those two colors in my lower lash line. I'm going to start off with this. Ooh. And gently deposit that into my lower lash line right here. Tap, tap, tap into the product, tap off the excess, and then just I'm going to use that same brush into this chocolate right here and do the same thing. Except I'm not going to go so far down. This is going to go right here. Right here. And just into the lower lash line. Gently. Because I want my makeup to show up on camera when I record these church announcements. Now for blush, I like to use the Crayon Cases blush finder. I like these two colors. So I'm gonna take a blush brush. I'm using this blush brush by Real Techniques. It's their number 400 brush. I'm just gonna go over here, brush off the excess, and it looks crazy on camera, at least to me in this feed right here on this screen. It looks really crazy, but I need this to show up on camera. That's enough. Next, I'm going to take my foundation powder in the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation in 360. Can you tell it's my favorite? I'm gonna take this triangle puff, put it or swirl it around in here. And I'm going to take it and to tone that down just a bit. See, this is really bright. This is toned down a bit. To contour, the number is worn off, but I think this is their 109 brush, and I'm going to use One Size's Made for Shade Bronze and Sculpt Trio. I'm going to use Dragged for Filth. I always giggle when I read these names, but this is the Fix, this is Low Key, and this one is Dragged for Filth. I do like the way Dragged for Filth looks. It's nice and warm and bronze. Deposit it over here into my cheeks, the hollows of my cheeks. And then I'm gonna take a smaller fluffy brush. This is another no name, no brand brush that I got in a set from Shein. Tap, 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 and then just over here to set the contour down the sides of my nose. My eyebrows look like they're playing peekaboo a little bit, so I forgot, this is worn off. I forgot what color. This is a MAC eyebrow pencil. It's a really deep brown color. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry, because it's worn off. It's worn off. But we're going to bring my eyebrows back to the forefront because they low-key disappeared a little bit. And we want them to show up on camera. That's actually pretty. That's pretty. Do I really want to do eyeliner? Probably. I'm going to use Urban Decay's All Nighter Setting Spray to set this, and then we're going to top her off with Revolution's Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. Let that dry down a little bit. I have a fan, but it's charging. Actually, both my fans are charging. So that's why I'm drying my face down like this. Oh, this smells nice. Am I gonna do an eyeliner? I don't really feel like doing an eyeliner right now. I don't want to do an eyeliner. I'm just gonna put my lashes on. These are Hannah. Now, Hannah was a woman in the Bible who was married to Elkanah, and Elkanah was also married to Penina. Penina had kids, Hannah did not. So Hannah prayed to God and asked God, you know, to bless her womb, and she promised God that if he blessed her with a child, that she would rededicate the baby back to God. So God blessed her with a boy, and that boy was Samuel. Samuel grew up to be a very powerful prophet in the Bible. I named all of my lashes after women in the Bible with the exception of one. One is named after a land in the Bible, and that's Beulah. But all of the lashes in my line are named after powerful women in the Bible. And this one is Hannah. I like this lash style. It's really cute. It's really cute. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these off camera, and I'll be back. I'll also link the video to put on your lashes down in the description box below. That goes into depth, okay? I go into detail in that video, so that's linked at the bottom below. This might be the best that I've ever applied my lashes. For highlight, this is Wet n Wild's Precious Petal. Tip of my nose. All right, for my lips, I'm going to use Makeup by Mario's Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in Jeff. I'm going to use Huda Beauty's Liquid Matte Lipstick in Wifey. And I'm going to use Fenty Beauty's Gloss Bomb in Sweet Mouth. I'm gonna get dressed at the studio. I'm not gonna get dressed here. But yeah, this is the completed look. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, share the video. I really and truly appreciate all of you guys' support. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Love you to life. Bye.